Here we are at the beautiful Ward River Campground, Charleville, Queensland, just off the Diamantina Development Road. We're in our convoy to Birdsville for the inaugural MDC paddock at the Big Red Bash. Yep, MDC paddock 2019. We have literally got over 100 customers coming along with us to join us at the event, because that's what's important to us at MDC, living the lifestyle, the same things you enjoy doing, and engaging with our customers and going on fantastic trips. So why don't you check it out and come along for the ride. Well, it's the morning of day 2 of our convoy to the Big Red Bash at Birdsville. Yesterday, we slogged it out. We did a bit over 800 kilometres and made it all the way from MDC headquarters in Brisbane to the Ward River Campground near Charleville. Doing the muscle work for this trip, towing the MDC caravans and campers that we're living in, are our fleet of brand new stock standard Nissan Navara 4-wheel drive dual cabs. On this trip, we've got MDC staff and MDC rule owners tagging along for the journey into the Big Red Bash. Here's some of the other convoy members moving around outside, and I can definitely hear some bacon cooking. So it's time to start the day.
Yesterday was a good day. We pulled out of MDC headquarters about 8 o'clock. Big day on the road. Did it nice and cruisy though, had a few stops. Pulled into Ward River last night. Just cooking up some bacon legs for breakfast this morning, heading out to Big Red Bash. I'm excited, it's common day.
So I saw the Big Red Bash last year, and I saw the whole outlook of it, and I thought I've really got to go to that next year. And in the meantime, I purchased an MDC caravan, and these guys have a wonderful Facebook and invited people to come along. Being from New South Wales, I thought I was travelling up the coast, so I went up to Brisbane to hook up, and it was great. Met everyone, had a tour of the factory just to see how well built these things are. And travelled yesterday with the guys, the whole crew. They look after you really well, and it's just brilliant where these things can go and where we've been. And on our way to the Big Red Bash today, we'll get to Birdsville Common, and there'll be so many other people there with the same brand of van, and really looking forward to meeting people and hearing their stories. And I'll tell them a few myself about where I've been with this thing. Yeah, so it's a really good place and a nice bunch of people.
The Ward River camping area is a free short stay campsite just off the Diamantina Development Road. Access is via a semi-rough dirt road suitable for off-road caravans and 4-wheel drives. There is a selection of campsites right along the water's edge with plenty of room for all sized rigs. You must be self-contained, and there's no facilities found here. Phone reception is also very hit and miss. If you're looking for an overnight stay, either on the way or returning from the bash, this is the place for you.
We're about to head off to the Big Red Bash today. Looking forward to it. All the boys from MDC have been checking their nuts. Can't wait for the drive today. Hit the dirt, and we'll see you there if you're there.
And here I am practicing what I preach. Daily check of the wheel nuts with a torque wrench. I do it, so should you. Today it's a bit of a big drive from Ward River all the way to Birdsville. It's around 850 k's with around 300 kilometres on dirt road. You might have heard me preach often about stopping and letting everything in your trailer cool down. The bushes, the shock absorbers. This kind of roads is the reason we do it. I'm driving along at 60 kilometers an hour. My engine's doing 1500 RPM. But in many places, there's 5, 6 and more corrugations per metre, which means my shock absorbers are going up and down faster and more often than the pistons in the engine of the car. That creates kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is what the shock absorbers turn into heat. So if you go too long, too hard, you end up melting things.
G'day guys, just drove in from Windora in the mighty MDC XT12. We had no real drama. She handled like a dream all the way. Yeah, handled like a dream, mate. Drove it at 100 k's an hour across gravel and fishtailing everywhere.
No, you weren't.
No. We drove sensible and we drove the conditions and it worked out fine.
And we got to Batuta last night after probably 100 or so k's on the gravel and no dust. The whole thing was
fully
just
sealed,
beautiful.
mate. Not a speck of dust anywhere inside.
We were thrilled.
Absolutely stoked. 4-year-old van. How's the second-hand one? 4-year-old van. Beautiful. Thanks, MDC.
We're actually just having hot dogs for lunch. We're pretty hungry because we didn't eat this morning. Well, so yeah. So we've just pulled up and now, within 5 minutes, I've got the water about to go on the boil.
Doggies.
The boys are getting the hot doggies out. Let's see if the gas comes through. Nice work.
Yeah.
MDC Breakfast of Champions.
So here we are, day 3 of the MDC Brisbane to Birdsville convoy. We arrived at the Common last night quite late and got in here about midnight last night. But now we're here, it's all about catching up with old friends. We'll get organised and we'll start preparing for the big convoy into the Bash site tomorrow. The Common is a great free camp area right in close to the town of Birdsville. Being wide open spaces, there's miles of room along the Common. There's no need to make a booking, simply find yourself a spot and set up. You'll need to be self-contained, there are no facilities here. However, the Common is just a quick 10-minute walk into town. Running through the Common is a small creek which is great entertainment for the kids, even a chance of catching a yabby.
Too small, I'm going to put him back. Maybe next year somebody else can catch him and eat him.
Otherwise, you can just chill and enjoy the space. We're just heading into the town of Birdsville itself from the Common, and it can get a bit frantic here. Queues for fuel, people all bust in to get into town and do their thing, as you can see. Town itself, there's actually a fair bit to do. There's tours that'll take you around, show you the sights around the area. There's the Birdsville pub, probably the single most important building in town, and very, very popular. So we're going to go and show you around. We'll also show you where to go and how to go about picking up all your stuff for the Big Red Bash. So if you do decide to do this next year, you'll be clued in on the process, where you get your merchandise, where you can get food, toilets, showers, all that sort of thing. So when you get into Birdsville, stop off at the Common. You can drop your trailer off, set up camp if you want, and then come into town unhitched in just your car. And here I am at the information centre where it's all happening. Here we have all the Big Red Bash organisers, stands, merchandise, pick up your wristbands and everything and your stickers here. Over to my right, there's hot showers that you pay per use. Very, very clean, well looked after. Over my right shoulder, there's the toilets. And around here, we've got food trucks, merchandise stores, a whole lot. And just over the road, the Birdsville pub. The fuel station here in Birdsville is currently out of diesel. It's a common problem out here. We had to wait almost 2 hours for fuel at Windora on the way out. Good idea if you've got jerry can holders, fill them up, because it can mean the difference whether you can push on to the next town service station and avoid a wait. Here we've probably got a couple of hours until the fuel truck turns up, and then everyone can fuel up to head out in the morning. Wouldn't be a trip to Birdsville without visiting the most photographed and one of the most iconic pubs in Australia, the Birdsville Hotel. You just can't go past it for a cold beer, meals, the whole lot. So we're going to head inside and have a look around.
Hey guys, we're in Birdsville. We've set up the camp. We're all sorted. 10 minutes later, we're in the pub having a beer. Beautiful.
Welcome to Birdsville.
Yeah, welcome to Birdsville.
Well, for me, it's been over 3,000 kilometres and over 300 of them across the Pebbles for this beer. All I've got to say is cheers. Cheers.
G'day guys, my name's Joel from Brisbane. We've got a XT17 that I've had since 2017, and we've travelled from Brisbane, so it was 3 days on the road. Took it easy, and we've been at the Common here for 2 nights now, and looking forward to leaving tomorrow to head into the Big Bash with all the other owners here.
Can't wait to see Big Red in person. The MDC owners group has been amazing so far, and there's a lot more coming to the site tomorrow, so I'll be out there meeting everyone and can't wait to meet them all.
Coming up, an event not to be missed, the drag race on Big Red. We also catch up with real owners of MDC Caravans and Campers.
So we got a Jackson forward fold. It's 2016 model. We love it because it takes us off-road and off-grid for as long as we can have food. We've done 40 to 50,000 Ks around Australia in it so far. There's 3 things we love about our camper is that we can take the fridge. We've got plenty of power because we've got a couple of kids that need the iPads. Our favourite trip so far has been the Googs track over in South Australia, where we went from Ceduna up through the Googs to Cooper Pedy, and it was a pretty remote track as well, mini Simpson Desert.
My most memorable trip is probably this one, because we've been out on the road for 12 days now. We've done 2,000 kilometres. We've done lots of little trips. We've come from Sydney. It's 2,080 kilometres from our front door to this, and we wanted to road test the outdoor capabilities of this van because the trips we've done previously have all been sealed road, bit of beach stuff, but this is really testing both me as a driver, us as a couple, and just the car and the van. What I love most about my XT12 is the fact that we can combine the comfort being inside and retain the outdoor camping life, which is what we've had for about 20 years. So we can still have the outdoor kitchen and enjoy the comforts indoor and outdoor. It's just lovely. It's the best of both worlds.
The thing I love about this van is it has the off-road capability and the space. You can get other vans that have one or the other, but this is the only van I've found that has both, and it's just so easy to tow, so easy to set up. Perfect van for me. And this one just covers everything. It's got all the room I need, and you can tow it anywhere the car goes. There's a few things I won't travel without. The first is beer, the second is diesel, and the third is obviously the XT12. Yeah, apart from this trip, a memorable one is a quick trip to Darwin, up through Hell's Gate, Cape Crawford, river crossings. I think I had more trouble with the car than I did the van, so that's a good thing to tow anyway.
Well, it's a very cold morning here in the Birdsville Common. I'm guessing about 7 degrees, but all around me there's noise. People are packing up their campers and caravans in readiness for the big convoy in from the Common into the Big Red Bash site this morning.
Just woken up, morning coffee, getting the convoy together for the head out to the Big Red Bash. Should have about 30 or 40 caravans and campers all heading out together. Looking forward to it, it's going to be great.
Slept like a baby, as usual, in the XT15. East-west we've got, so awesome bed. Roast dinner last night. Up early this morning, heading out to the bash. I'm super excited. I'm pretty sure people are going to get annoyed at me because I'm so excited, so a bit too early for my hype this morning. See you out there.
Just about to have a cup of tea to help warm us up. Pack the camper up. We're off to the Big Red for the Big Red Bash today. Can't wait to get out there and have some fun.
Now it's time to get everything hitched up, get all the vehicles in a line and put together what's possibly the biggest single brand convoy of RVs ever in Australia.
Just travelled up from Victoria, joined the MDC caravan tour out to the Big Red Bash. Sweet.
Morning, off to Bashville.
Good morning. Big Red Bash.
Big Red Bash.
Hi, I'm Louise from the Hunter Valley and we're looking forward to the Big Red Bash in our MDC.
Cheers.
Yeah. Can't
Absolutely.
wait. Thanks,
Can't
MDC.
wait.
This is a great trip.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're just about ready to head off to Big Red Bash. There's a mob of us here from MDC all over Australia, so we're looking to have a good time and listen to some good music.
We're all lined up with the MDC mob, ready to head out to the Big Red Bash for an awesome time. Just can't wait to get warm. It's freezing cold.
Good morning, can't wait for the Big Red Bash.
We've come from Brisbane via Nindi Gully and Cunnamulla and Nakundra. We did a bit of a pub crawl coming out here, and then to Inaminka and across Walker's Crossing, where we got bogged at one stage and had to be pulled out. But we've got here and now we're ready to go to the bash. And our dogs are having a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, we got Piper
and Billy.
and we got Billy.
Yes. And we'd also like to thank MDC for putting on this event, for sponsoring the event and having an area that we can go into and meet all the other MDC owners. Our van's been fantastic coming out here, and we're really looking forward to going in and to the Big Red Bash and meeting everybody else.
Yep, and bring it on.
Well, this is it. This is the moment that 12 months planning comes to. We're about to head out convoy from the Common down to the Big Red Bash site. I've got to say special thanks to Daniel from the MDC Owners Group. He's been instrumental in the planning of this. It's all come together. Now it's time to get in the car and head out to the party. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. The convoy is about to start. Woo! Well, here we are. We're finally at the Big Red Bash, all set up in our paddock. The place looks fantastic. We have dead set got 70 MDC owners here with their own campers and caravans. With their passengers, there's well over 100 people. There's probably about 150 people here. So we're going to try and get round to all the MDC owners here in our paddock so they can tell their MDC experience to you.
Welcome to Birdsville. This is the MDC camp. My name's Vaughan. I'm the owner of MDC, and pretty chuffed at the moment to have my team here and a lot of our customers, our fans that actually love the product and use it off-road. And there's 70 odd of us here, and it's just a fantastic experience, and it's all been great.
Welcome to Big Bash 2019.
Hi guys, this year we've come to BRB 2019 with our MDC Cruiser Highside, which is a hard floor camper. We've been up to the tip and halfway around Australia. Our plan is next year we're coming back to the MDC paddock, and I'll just take you over. We're going up to an XT15. We've absolutely loved our hard floor camper, but this is going to be our next stage. Great customer service, great product, and an awesome atmosphere.
Well, after an awesome night and feeling a little bit dusty this morning, cooking up some bacon and eggs, feed the troops, and we're going to head over and watch the drag race on the sand dune, which is always fantastic. A really good event. So let's head across and check it out.
Good morning, I'm Rob. My wife Brandy here and my friend Shane. They've all stitched me up and I've got to go on this race. I just wanted to come and have a nice, enjoyable camping trip with MDC, and look what's happening. We've come all the way from Ipswich for this, and they got me on top of the dune, running around, freezing my legs off and everything else. So I hope I win.
Freezing your nuts off.
Go MDC.
Hi, I'm Brandy. I'm one of the MDC campers. We're participating in the Bashful Drag Queen race today to help raise funds for the Royal Flying Doctors. And I hope that all the blokes that participate have a really great time and nobody gets injured.
We're from Adelaide.
Yeah.
First time we've been to the Big Bash, and we're very excited to be participating in this great event.
We're like this every weekend.
What's the design of your outfit?
Flame of the desert.
Flame of the desert. And you? I'm what's the ABBA's lead? Not Frida. Yeah, I can't remember her name, but yeah, lead singer of ABBA.
I think I went to the toilet and my dress got tucked up in my undies, and nobody told me. I can't believe that the girls didn't even tell me. Oh well, it is what it is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, gonna have fun, darling.
I'm Gary, this is Lynn, and little dog's Lucy. We're from Bagshot in Victoria, and we're really enjoying it. It was fantastic music last night, it was good entertainment, lots of friendly people, just loving it.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I've been out here with the MDC crew, having a fabulous time, meeting lots of new other owners, lots of new people. It's a fabulous crew, we're having an absolute ball, and can't wait for the music to come back on today.
MDC group here, really friendly, all up for a chat. Great bunch of people.
G'day folks, I'm Alan.
I'm Lisa.
From What's Up Down Under at Large, and we've been travelling the country now for about 18 months in our Robson XTT from MDC. The last 18 months we've been permanently on the road, lived and worked in it, seen a lot of great places up and down the eastern seaboard. Lisa, how have you found it?
I absolutely love it. I love the open living of the Robbo. I love just being able to pick up and move and change locations, change the vista every day. It's certainly an alternative way of life, but it's becoming a very, very popular alternative way of life. There's a lot of people out there on the roads living and working the same as we are on the road permanently.
Just to give you a little bit of background, I've been in the caravan and four-wheel drive industry for about 20 years. Now my job's been to gather sponsorships for different shows and different magazines over the years, and I was always stuck in an office. Never really got out to see it because it was all about the corporate world. So I was watching all these wonderful people and talents roaming around the country, seeing these great places. And then we had a little bit of a problem where Lisa had to look after her elderly parents for nearly 5 years, so she was just stuck there. So we came across this wonderful opportunity to get out and see the country, and now we're out here at the Bash. How's that been, Doll?
Oh, been brilliant. Dusty, but brilliant. Absolutely loving it. You've got to put it on your bucket list.
And the van itself, once again, it's a dual fold, so in other words, we've got two beds at both ends. That gives us a lot of space to get away from each other when we do get on each other's nerves.
And this area here, this area actually has 4 walls. We can completely enclose it, which gives us far more room than what a caravan has, although we are jealous of how the caravans pull up and ready in 10 minutes.
Having said that, it's only about a 20-minute setup, basic setup.
Yep.
How this is towed has been absolutely awesome. It's just followed behind like a little puppy dog loves its owner. It's never had a problem with it in that way at all. In fact, never had an issue. If you're sitting on your lounge and thinking about doing something like this, getting out and seeing the country, get up off the couch, go and buy yourself a caravan or a camper trailer and get out there and see this country.
Absolutely. You're missing out.
This is a testament to the awesomeness of the MDC owners. They've taken it upon themselves to round themselves up, take up a collection for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. Now the Royal Flying Doctor Service does an amazing job. They fly people in and out of hospital after patient care. They're just such an essential service in the outback that I don't know what we'd do without them. And how much did the guys get together?
We got $504.05.
That's it, just took it upon themselves to do it. So Daniel's now going to take the donation over to the guys at the Royal Flying Doctor Service. And MDC owners, thank you so much. This is wonderful.
On behalf of the MDC owners and MDC Paddock 2019, I'd like to present you with $504.05.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Collected, so
thank you on behalf of the RFDS.
Day 3 of the Big Red Bash. We catch up with Daniel Easton, the admin of the MDC Campers Owners Group, and Vaughan Hindley, the owner of MDC. We have a bit of a chat about how this paddock event started over a few quiet beers in 2018.
What I love about my MDC is everything, but if I have to choose one thing, it's my custom east-west in my XT15. It's roomy, it goes from side to side. I don't have to worry about walking around or trying to walk around husband that's still in bed in the morning to make it. So I'm straight out of there into my ensuite. 3 things I can't travel without. One, obviously, is my XT15. Second is the Y62, because without it, I can't tow anything. And, well, not in my Mazda anyway. And the other thing is my roast, because I've got an internal oven and I cook roast every Sunday. Yeah, my favourite trip in the van is, it's got to be this one. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's this one. Looking at 70 MDCs in a row, coming out of Birdsville into the Big Red Bash, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Gets me choked up. I'm super excited. Thanks MDC. Good product, good people. And I'm going to have a hell of a time at this bash.
So mate, tell us about your MDC experience. How did you come about you decided you wanted to buy an MDC caravan?
Well, I originally went to go buy a camper trailer, like a tent trailer.
Yep.
And I went into a couple of showrooms, and then I stumbled into MDC and ended up with a caravan to save the upgrading future.
What prompted that? You just thought, hey, this is a great idea and it's comfortable?
Yeah, well, the tent trailer, I looked at it and I thought I'm just going to have to upgrade with the family. So I thought we'll just go the big one.
So you're future-proofed from day one.
Yeah, got the caravan and the rest is history.
So where do you live at?
Just in Brisbane.
So local sort of camping size places you go within easy reach of Brisbane?
We used to go to Double On quite a bit.
Yeah?
I think we've killed that place now. We go there too much. So, but I like going up and down the coast, finding new beaches and stuff like that, and also coming out west is really good.
What have you done to mod your van to make it more yours?
To be honest, I've done nothing. I hook it up and use it as it is. It's perfect the way they come.
No, so no future mods in plan?
No, maybe a TV, but the way it came for me is sort of how we use it.
Mate, that is fantastic. Oh, mate, we're glad you're part of the MDC family.
Thanks for...
And it's great you're here this weekend. It's just been phenomenal.
Thanks for the ticket, Steve.
You're welcome, mate.
Where'd you rather be on a Thursday, mate? Simpson Desert, Big Red in the background, every man's dream. Cheers, MDC.
I'm with Anne, and this is 60 Seconds with Steve. Anne, why did you choose an MDC?
Because I can use it on my own, and it's the most solid machine I found. I trust it, I can drive it anywhere, and I'm happy with it.
The best place you've ever been with your caravan?
With my van, Barrington Tops.
And what do you love about the Barrington Tops?
You could get really, really alone. You can have some of the most spectacular views, and you can just sit down and chill with a glass of wine at the end of the night and feel like you're really part of nature.
What have you changed to make it your own?
I've removed the stone guard because I've got a long tray on the back of my ute, and every time I turned a tight corner I smashed the stone guard. So I took the stone guard off. Other than that, not very much. I'm probably going to do a few minor things. One of the reasons I came here was to check out what everybody else is doing. So a few minor things to the awning to make it a bit more robust, and other than that, nothing.
And bucket list destination in the future?
Oh, too long to mention.
Thanks, Anne, that was fantastic. When you're out here for the Big Red Bash, there's a couple of things you've absolutely got to witness. The sunrise here is the most incredible thing, as is the sunset. I can guarantee you it is worth the effort climbing up over the sand dune. And this morning we were blessed being serenaded by bagpipes as the sun came over the horizon. Something everyone should go and see while you're here.
We're Job and Jasmine from the Netherlands.
And we're at the Big Red Bash.
Woo! Where else would you rather be than right here on the edge of the Simpson Desert? Just watch Busby Maroons, who we came here for. Woo! Having a great time here with the MDC crew. Just wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
We're doing a plum pudding to go with the corned beef and roast veggies in the camp oven. So we've got our fruit soaking. We're adding fresh grated apple and lemon rind. We've got our plum pudding flour and breadcrumbs and seasoning, and I'll be melting chocolate with butter and egg, and we'll be boiling it over the camp stove. Plum pudding, roast dinner on the campsite.
It's been pretty good doing a tough year. Beers, chips, crackers, living the dream. Living the dream.
Cheers, MDC. Wouldn't be here without you.
Okay, we've had a fantastic time here in the MDC paddock, and we hope to do it again another year.
It's hard to get a hold on how big the whole thing is. The best part, I think we take up most of the campground. The old MDC paddock's pretty big out there. And we're at a prime spot up the front. Don't have to leave the camp to see Midnight Oil tonight. It's amazing. Be a good night, sit around the fire and listen to one of the best bands in the country. Amazing.
What an awesome spot we've got here in the MDC paddock. Last day of Big Red Bash 2019. We've got Busby Maru, we've got Midnight Oil tonight, cheese and crackers, all our beers and all our MDC mates. This has been awesome.
It's just on midday and people are already lining up for tonight's Midnight Oil concert. It's going to be a massive party. They've been lining up since dawn this morning. It'll be a big party and fire in the MDC camp tonight. It's going to be huge.
Hi, my name's Leanne. We're here at the Big Red Bash with the MDC group, having a great time, really enjoying ourselves so far. Got some sausages cooking over there and tomato.
Bit of damper for me.
Some damper, homemade damper.
Well, being here at the paddock, being so close to all the action, it's just fantastic. Couldn't ask for anything better. There's people about a kilometre away, but we're right here with all the people around. It's really, really nice. Yeah. Seeing people's mods and different takes on their vans has been really good as well, and being all close together, it's great.
The Nutbush World Record attempt is an absolute blast for people who participate. The event is a fundraiser for the Royal Flying Doctor Service that provide essential services to people living in remote Australia. Many of the MDC owners participated in the event and they'll attest that it's an absolute must-do if you're heading out to the Big Red Bash. Probably wonder how the whole Big Red Bash with MDC Paddock 2019 came about, and it started pretty much here last year. A few too many Canadian clubs and a bit of banter, and someone said, hey, we should have our own paddock next year, didn't they, Daniel?
Yeah. Started up the hashtag of MDC Paddock 2019.
Yeah, next thing you know, there's 70 customer trailers here. What did you think of it all?
Mate, it's just been fantastic, just seeing all the customers out in their vans. You know, we're almost in the middle of Australia here, out near Big Red, Simpson Desert. You know, this is where our customers take all their vehicles off-road and give them a good testing. So it's been really good for us, and you know, there's customers have been giving us feedback on little improvements and things that we can do, and we're certainly going to implement that in the product over the next 12 months. And you know, we do hope that when we make those improvements that our customers really do appreciate it. So it's good field testing for the product.
And plus the MDC owners group is a huge help.
Yeah, I saw an opportunity there, and as I presented it to you guys there, that you've got a lot of dedicated customers, and I mean, they don't always speak up, but a gathering like this, I thought, well, everyone gets together, they have a good time, they talk about it, they give you constructive feedback on what's good.
And I think a lot of people have commented too that there's a feeling of community, which is great, because the people on the owners group are so generous with sharing their experience, their advice and assistance. And you know, we'll drive 500 kilometres out of our way to get spare parts for someone's car when the wheel goes bush. You know, like we've got ladies here who've travelled on their own.
Yeah.
They feel so good about the equipment and the community that this is a great safe zone. Yeah. And it's very, very inclusive.
And everybody seems to be very comfortable and enjoying themselves.
Exactly right. And it's a good chance to meet. The engagement with MDC and the customers, I think, is very much what's got the product to where it is. And obviously we'll want to do more of this sort of thing, not just here at the Big Red Bash, but but elsewhere it's turned out to be a good thing. But you've driven it very hard. Like, you've worked really hard with the owners group to make this what it is. And let me tell you, I am so grateful. You've made my job so easy.
So are we. I mean, look where we are.
It is. We're front row. You could almost throw a rock on the stage from here. It's been fantastic. The Convoy Inn was just the most amazing thing I've been involved with since I've been in this industry. Standing out in the middle of the paddock and just looking at the line of cars, campers and caravans, and it just works so well. I can't wait to do it with 100, 150 vehicles next time. Local
Close
boys
road.
in blue might have a bit of a meltdown, but I reckon it'd be good. So
Another thing I think what was really great was some of our customers that haven't done these sort of trips before, and there was convoys of people that have come from Cairns, from Brisbane, from Sydney, from Perth, from Darwin, from all over the place, and they've come in little groups, and so they wouldn't have the confidence to do a trip like this on their own.
Yes.
But because there is groups of, 4 or 5 vans together, they're learning from more experienced MDCers, and it just brings us all closer as a community, I guess. Everyone that sort of enjoys getting off-road and, using the product and seeing Australia. So that's, to me, I think was one of the really good benefits out of it that maybe people wouldn't see necessarily.
Well, we set out and did some rough numbers with the amount of MDCs here, and worked out by the time everyone gets home, there could be as many as 250,000 kilometres done with MDC trailers. Everyone's loving it. I think this has just been absolutely the best event I've ever been involved in, certainly in this industry. Honestly, I don't know who else could do it this big. So that's how it started. A few drinks, a bit of banter between 3 guys. It was very last minute for Vaughan and I to come out last year, and thank God we did. It's just turned into this and it's been perfect.
How good's this? MDC, best family I've been a part of. Get yourself out here in 2020. I'm sure we're going to do it again. MDC Paddock is where you need to be.
Well, here we are at the close of the Big Red Bash for 2019. MDC Paddock 2019 is now getting packed up, ready to roll out and head home. What can I say? We had 70 customer vans and campers here at the site. Without you, there is no us. I want to extend a special thanks to Daniel Easton. Daniel's the admin for the MDC Campers Owners Group, and without Daniel, we could never pull this off. So thanks, Daniel. We really appreciate your effort. Thanks to Vaughan for putting the event on for the MDC owners. And now, after many drinks last night and quite a late night and an absolutely rocking oils concert, we're probably all a little bit dusty, but we're going to get packed up and head on the road. So we'll see you all back at home soon.